What's up, everybody? It's Nino. Welcome to my channel, Desert Power Trucking. Today, I'm going to tell you about my day and how I lost. I have two trucks, two trailers. One hauls crude, which is the one I'm in right now. Just parked, done for the day. The loads are not too good. There is a lot of deadhead, but that's another video. My other truck is a Freightliner with the flatbed. That's currently hauling pipe. I'm not really looking for a driver, or I wasn't. And the company I was leased on to called me and said they had a driver that was willing to drive my truck because the truck he was going to get into, that whole deal kind of fell through. He's already on the contract, insurance, and what have you. So my truck's parked, and they said, would I want to put the guy in my truck? He's a good driver, and he's already passed all the checks and balances for the company I'm leased to. So I said yes. I talked to the guy, gentleman with 20 years plus of driving experience. Everything sounded good, sounded great. He's a great guy from what I've found out, a good trucker. So we put him in the truck, and the first load that comes up on the board is a load to Louisiana. Take it, I'm in West Texas. Red flags, to be honest, y'all. My truck's been parked for a month or two, month and a half actually, and the first load that comes up is with the driver I don't even know, and then with my truck that's been sitting for a month and a half. I've already put new tires on it. The AC's been worked on. We put a lot of money into this truck before my other driver just quit on me out of the blue to go back to his house in Alabama, I believe, or his area. I had a couple of days to get my truck, prepared, which we did a good pre-trip on it. Made sure everything was good to go, which it was. Documents were already in there, ready to go. The driver picks up the truck. Then he takes it, first load, canceled. So, thankfully, we got a $500 cancellation fee. Not bad. Covered a little bit of the diesel and whatnot. The same day, which I know my company that I'm leased onto, it has another load come up. This load is a power only load, basically no trailer. They're going to haul my truck with someone else's trailer, correct? And my driver gets ready. He takes that load, or that trailer is going to Louisiana as well. I'm a little nervous about it, y'all, to be honest. I've never really thrown my trucks out to, over the state line. But hey, my truck's in pretty good shape, so it ain't that bad of a deal, I believe, right? Driver takes off, and first problem he has is going to Stanton, Texas. Stripes, horrible place to get diesel. To be honest, any Stripes in West Texas, I do not recommend whatsoever. Their pumps are just ragged. They get ran through, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bad spot to get diesel. Probably in every truck stop, but to be honest, for some reason, Stripes / Sunoco in West Texas is the worst, especially in Midland. The one on Garden City Highway, horrible. The one that he went to first was in Stanton, Texas. I got to give a shout out because that Stripes, it's been somewhat decent to me, but it's like any other Stripes, y'all. I don't recommend it. But with this fuel card right here, RTS Fleet One, which we'll talk about this sorry card in a minute. This is where I get the biggest discount, is with Stripes. He goes to Stripes in Stanton. He's there probably for 30, 40 minutes. He cannot enter the pin. He's saying wrong pin. Come to find out, the pumps are down and is not reading the card. We find out because he thinks it's the wrong pin, but it's the card I've been using for a long time. I give it to him to use it. Come to find out, it's the machine, because when he tries to get diesel again on another pump, it says inaccurate pin before he even slides the card or before he puts any info in. I look on my app, right? I have an app to find out where the cheapest fuel is. He has to head on I-20 towards Dallas, right? Head east to get to Louisiana. So I find a spot, a Pilot in Big Spring, Texas. Pretty good rate on the fuel. He goes there, right? In the truck that's been sitting for a month and a half. Take it, we don't even know how much fuel it's lacking, to be honest. I probably can go through the records and look, but I don't got time for that. He goes to that Pilot and gets 104 gallons. This is where I should have clicked, but I didn't. This card right here, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the problem is. It's just like this headset, this Blue Parrot 650, the newest one, worthless. Worthless card, worthless headset. I'll do a video on these both later, but check this out. So he gets 104 gallons of diesel. No big deal. Hey, he's heading out. He heads out to Louisiana. He sleeps in the truck the first night, right? He unloads. Everything's going good. We're talking here and there. He's coming back today. It's a Sunday. He has about 850 on the dash. I'm talking to this guy on the phone. Take it. I've been somewhat nervous, right? I don't let fear and worry consume me, but let's be honest. My truck, after sitting for a month and a half with the new driver, I really don't even know at all. is coming back or going to do a load and coming back, right? I'm kind of thinking about it here and there. And I talk to him a little bit. I don't want to worry him or have him thinking I'm just bugging him. So I let him do his thing. He goes. Today he's coming back empty, bobtailing. Awesome, right? Pretty good pay. The load pays $4,900. So we'll have the numbers here in a minute. So check this out. He's driving back this morning. He calls me at about 5 in the morning and I'm hauling oil. And we're on the phone talking, getting to know each other a little bit. And while we're talking, right, he says the truck starts to derate. It don't have any def. It's an '07 Freightliner. Come to find out, it dies off on the road while I'm on the phone. It happens, y'all. The whole weekend, the whole time he was going and there and coming back, it was basically all good. I was somewhat worried about it, y'all. But hey, it looked like it was going pretty good, but a little too good to be true. So check out how this card bit me in the butt. He says that it derates. He's pulling over and he parks. And he says, man, it sounds like I'm out of fuel. I said, how much fuel did you put? 104 gallons. That's when it should have clicked, or that's when it did click, when it should have clicked earlier. With this card, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the deal is with this RTS Fleet One card. Every time I get diesel, it gives me 103 to 104 gallons and shuts off, y'all. So right there when he told me about how much fuel he put in, that it sounded like his truck died or ran out of fuel, I knew it right there. I asked him, when you got diesel, did you top off the tanks? He goes, well, for sure, one tank, I saw it. The other one, he didn't check it, y'all. He didn't check if the fuel was full in the tank. I said, yep, you ran out of diesel. He ran out of diesel coming, leaving Shreveport, Louisiana, coming towards Greenwood, Louisiana, 35 miles outside of Greenwood on I-49. So there I go, y'all. Start calling Loves and Pilot, TA, whatever. They're all, not open. And so the morning from about 5 in the morning till about 7, I'm trying to get a hold of somebody, right, while I'm hauling my loads. I end up calling a company, right? And they said, yeah, we'll bring them some diesel. Come to find out, y'all, they charged me, I paid them, it was $600 for them to bring him diesel. It was $150 call out fee, 2-hour minimum at $150 per hour. So about $450 plus, they didn't tell me this, $25 fee for not using cash. So it was $475 just to get someone out there to fill him up or to give him 20 gallons and to start the truck. And then I paid an extra $125, I believe, for fuel they brought. Maybe about 20 gallons. I did the calculations, or 25. Anyways, so there it was, y'all. I lost $475 due to this guy running out of diesel. Now, it's upsetting because I'm dealing with this card, and I've been telling this card manager, we got into it. I sent him an email. He said, you know what? Quit emailing me. Start talking to, the actual 1-800 number, because I had his personal number, and you know what I'm saying? When they first want to sign you up, they'll give you their personal number and act like they're your buddy, right? But I've been telling this guy and telling his co-workers, I need my card fixed because it does it every time I get diesel. It cuts off early. I do not know why. And they charge me 50 cents every time I use the card. They charge me a monthly fee, but I get a good discount. And I'm local, so I'll put diesel. Sometimes I'll if I'm early enough, I'll put diesel fuel on both sides. So I'll just wipe it once on both pumps, and I'll be able to fill up for the most part, and maybe swipe it one more time. In total, 3 times, y'all. Shame on me for, getting used to being like this. But in West Texas, I'm in the desert. What can I do? Cry and complain? I'm on the phone with them trying to get this fixed. I've already done it once, and they don't know why their card is doing this to me. I'm going to make another video about that sorry card when I get a chance, like a sorry headset from Blue Parrot. Very unreliable, horrible headset. I would never recommend this. But again, the card and the headset is a whole nother video, ladies and gentlemen. So again, I get charged $600. I pay it. The driver takes off and he goes down. And right now I haven't spoken to him, but I'm pretty sure he got diesel. He probably would have called me if there was a problem. To be honest, I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't want to deal with that truck or with him at this point, unless unless he needs to get a hold of me, then it's all good, right? I'm here to answer his phone call. So the moral of the story is, y'all, make sure you know what you're getting into. This is the ugly of trucking. I ate it right there, y'all. So let's do the numbers. $500 for the cancellation load, plus $4,900 for the load from here to Louisiana. I say that's 1,200 in diesel, just rounding it off. So let's do let's finish the math here, right? Forgive me, everybody. I'll pay my driver, which this guy's supposedly temporary. I am looking for a driver for this truck. If you like these numbers, let me know. So the load pays 4,900, power only, plus 500 cancellation fee. That I'm looking at 5,400 right now, y'all, right? Minus, I would say 1,200 for diesel. I'm just giving a ballpark estimate for the miles, maybe a little bit more or less, but I'm happy with 1,200. Well, before I do that, 5,900, I just divide it in half because I pay the company 20%, plus I pay him 28%. So it's basically 50% of the load I lose. 5,900 divided by 2 is 2,950. So 2,950 is what I take, right? After I pay my driver and I pay the company their percentage. 2,950 minus $1,200 is what? 1,750. 1,750 basically after fuel is what I'm bringing home for having the truck on the road. And let's go ahead and minus the 475. It's 1,275 I'm taking in. Not too bad, I guess, but a big chunk of my money went out to a mistake that could have easily been avoided by a couple things. Me remembering that the card shuts off like that. I don't know why I didn't think. It didn't click in my head. Number 2, by the fuel card, RTS, Fleet One fuel card, not messing up and them fixing it when I told them to fix it. If the car would have been working correctly, this wouldn't have happened. He could have probably filled up both sides without it turning off on him slowly. The way it does makes you think that it's full, but it's not. And then third reason, the driver should have and could have checked the tanks to see if they were full to the top. So again, y'all, I made $1,275, but I lost $500 due to this mistake that could have been easily avoided. Check this out, though. Say I didn't have that cancellation fee, I actually would have made $775. Still decent, but to be honest, with the way fuel is and the way the market is with trucking, every dollar counts. And I'm not going to lie, I was very upset this morning. I wouldn't really say too much at the driver, somewhat at him, somewhat at myself, and really at that card services for not fixing their problem. For some reason, like I said, that problem happens every day to me when I get diesel. It cuts off, but again, like I said, I'm used to it. I'm not used to having a driver. I ain't had a driver in over a month and a half. When he took my card and he took my truck, I completely forgot about it. So it's crazy, right? I sit here worried about certain things, trying to figure out everything I can, right? Trying to cover my end, cover my rear the best I can, to the best of my ability, from him leaving and coming back, y'all. And I still got screwed by something that was out of my control to a certain degree, right? Like I said, he could have checked the fuel. The car should have been working from day one, and it should have clicked in my brain that the car cuts off at 103 gallons and it don't fill you up. I just wanted to get on here and show you the numbers, show you what we go through as oil fielders and trucking in particular. You ain't got to like the video. You can think it's stupid, whatever. I would hope, though, that you would take some kind of lesson from my loss today, which I still made money. I'm thankful for what I did make. But again, when the margins are so slim on profit and it's pretty tough to keep a truck on the road, every dollar counts, y'all. So I tried my hardest. My mechanic, I keep my mechanic on, he's on my trucks constantly if they need to be worked on or they need anything, because I like to stay ahead and prepared for any breakdowns, or, you know what I'm saying? I like to be ahead of my problems, but sometimes your problems, they come out of the blue, y'all. And it bit me in the butt today. I went ahead and made this video. I'm going to get something out of this, some content or something, and hopefully somebody can learn from this lesson. So again, y'all, thanks for watching. It's Desert Power Trucking. I'm going to be doing more videos like this to just basically give you a rundown on how it is in the oil field, how it is in trucking in my area, and the life of an owner-operator in West Texas. Ain't no power like Desert Power. Have a good day.